Yo, what's happening everybody? This video we're going to be talking about command line arguments as well as just arguments in general for methods and how to use those. So this video was sponsored by Monday.com. Monday.com is a project management system that'll help you get work done. The purpose of this app is to organize your work, label it, progress it, mark it done. So if you're in a team setting or if you just need some accountability for your own work, check out Monday.com. I'll leave a link for you guys in the description. Project management is one of the best ways to make sure you're working on stuff that actually matters, as well as just keeping track of your progress and ensuring you're meeting requirements for a project. When you visit the link, that'll definitely help me out as well, so I really appreciate it. Now back to arguments. So what is an argument? Well, when we have a method, we have the option of passing data to it. So for example, in WriteLine, in this example down here, I'm currently not passing anything to it. So this has 0 arguments. But I have the option of passing one argument in there of, hey, this is an argument. And the method is going to do something with this argument. Sorry, I had this from earlier, just ignore that. Alright, so when we say .NET run, oh my golly. Oh, .NET run, we can see that this argument is printed out in the console. When we define a method that takes arguments, those are known as parameters. So in this main method, we're defining a parameter called args. So arguments get stored in parameters. So if you want to use the argument inside of the method you're defining, you have to use the parameter variable. So in the situation of the main method, we have a string array of arguments. So we can basically allow the user to pass in extra information to change the way the application is executed. So to see this, what we're going to do is we're going to pass in some arguments and print them out. So I'm just going to simplify this. I'm going to get rid of this print here. I'm going to get rid of this. So just get it back to the standards. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do console.WriteLine. And inside of here, we're going to say args and then put square brackets and put a 0. So what this will do is it'll print the first argument. So when we run this without passing anything, it's going to crash. And that's exactly what we saw earlier. But if we do this again and we put in another word after run, such as tacos, well, now it executes and it prints the value tacos. Awesome. You might see this if you want to pass in a bunch of flags to change the way the application works. So you might see something like .NET run and then -h, for example, and that's basically a flag saying, hey, I want to execute this using the H flag, which might mean something. In this situation, it means absolutely nothing. But you can see, oh, this doesn't work. What is going on? Well, the reason this happens is because the .NET CLI itself can take these flags. So what you need to do is you need to put 2 hyphens before your flags, and then boom, now it's going to work. And you can see the -h was printed. So basically, when you use the 2 hyphens between .NET run and any arguments, you're telling the .NET CLI that these flags are for the application and not for .NET CLI itself. Now, methods can take various numbers of arguments. So when you are getting the recommendations for a method, you will see something like, for WriteLine, you can see it says 17 overloads. What that means is that there's 17 different combinations of allowed arguments. What exactly does this mean? Well, let's just see it. When you type the parentheses, it'll give you the options, and you can use the up and down arrow keys to see the different options. So generally, we don't have to worry too much. We just pass stuff in, but you can see that WriteLine was created such that it would accept various different types of arguments. All the data we pass in here has a type. So for example, it can take a string, it can take an object, it can take a long, it can take an int. In main situation, it takes an array of strings, and that's how you define an array of strings. So that is my introduction to arguments and command line arguments as well. I'm not going to use command line arguments a whole lot. If you're building a pretty beefed out console application, it might be something you use heavily, but most of the time I'm just going to do the coding I need inside of the application and get those values from user input. And that, my friends, is actually what we're going to be talking about in the next video. We've talked about how to write things to the console, but how do we actually get user input and use that in our application? This is important to make dynamic applications that don't just do the same thing every single time. So it's going to be lots of fun, lots of excitement. Check it out, guys, and I'll see you then.